Wide World Radio Show. Right before the break, we were talking about some of the things that we want to cover here today. I mentioned a book that was given to me by a friend of mine who actually wrote the book. Her name is Mamie Arms. Mamie and I met where she works, actually. I saw her there working one day, and I thought, my God, what a warrior. What a warrior, what a trooper, what a fighter. Here she was going through chemo, bald as a baby, keeping gloves on her hands so as not to be exposed to any bacteria or anything negative that anyone might, pass along her way, as well as money. She works in a retail environment. Money is a pretty filthy thing from time to time. Most of the time, actually. You get a lot of people handling money. You don't know where their hands have been. Don't know where that money's been either. But here's the thing. Even though she was in active treatment for her cancer, she was still out there working, And I have to tell you, from myself and a lot of other people that have been through this whole cancer thing, and believe me, it's a club that no one wants to join, No one aspires to be a cancer survivor except those of us that have been diagnosed with it. And then it's the only thing that you ever want to be, as a survivor, a cancer warrior. I hate it when I hear people say cancer victim. Oh, they're a cancer victim. You're not a victim. If you're a victim, hop in the box, because you know what? Most of your survival is going to be based on what happens from the neck up. If you believe with all of your heart and soul that you're going to beat it, your chances multiply tenfold, 100-fold from those who say, oh my God. There's a place to put a list of things that you gotta have. There's some things you can keep down and are comfortable to eat, and other things that are not. There's a page in here for medical expenses. Believe me, that is something that is really just critical to keep on top of. Medicines and prescriptions. Things to do when I'm up, a little place to plan your day. I don't know how it was for Mamie, and I don't know how it is for other people on chemo. I know that for me, I was also on a great deal of pain medication. In other words, I didn't know from a hole in the ground, if you get my drift, for quite some time. I was pretty well ripped a good period of the time, so it's good to have a things to do calendar. There's a couple of pages, speaking of calendars, there's a couple of pages in here of calendars, like about 3 months worth of calendars, so that you can kind of, get your bearings and keep track of all your doctor's appointments and everything. Housing, this is very locally oriented, so there's a lot of places to live in Mojave County out here that are sensitive to your needs. There is a glossary of terms, just in case your doctors are sliding things by that you miss. Different kinds of chemo drugs and their side effects. There's some websites. There's an afterword in here. Some more kind of, anecdotal stuff. And then, of course, Mamie's acknowledgments as well. So I'll tell you what, if you know anyone that is going through chemotherapy right now, if you know anyone that's just been diagnosed with cancer and they're looking at chemotherapy and radiation, if it's you, if you are part of an organization that helps people that are fighting cancer, order some copies of this book. It's called C.H.E.M.O, C.H.E.M.O, Children, Home, Environment, Money, Organizing My Day. It's by Mamie Arms. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. I just love her to bits. She's a tough... You know what? I told her that she was this the other day, and she got a big old grin on her face, so I know that she won't mind if I say it on the air. She is one tough broad. She takes no crap, and I'll tell you what, when it comes when it came to fighting cancer, she just kicked its butt royally. So there you have it. Mamie, hats off to you, babe. You're a hell of a woman.